morning. Again, it's hard to believe a month ago we finished with rain. Not a cloud in the sky as we get underway. Green lights are activated. Ray Clifton will lead them down the main straight on lap number 1. As we go down into turn 1 and 2, Macaulay is up into second place rather quickly. Element goes back to third as they run down the back straight the first time here at Collie in the modified sedan opener. And it's Ray Clifton who leads into the main straight and completes lap number 1. Back in second place, Macaulay, then Element. Mortimer is next. Adam Houston in the top 5, then Lee Watt in 6th place. It's a challenge for the lead out in front though as they run down the back straight. It is still Ray Clifton who leads, but not by very much. Right on his hammer is Sam Macaulay, then Kevin Element and Alan Mortimer. Lap number 2 complete. Ray Clifton leads.
It just seems to be the entries, the place where the dust is mostly picking up at the stage, but a battle for the lead and a battle well back in 5th spot as Ray Clifton is holding on at the moment from Sam Macaulay. Kevin Element still with a good start in his retrospect and return to the modified sedan ranks, holding on to 3rd spot, but has a big push entering turn number 4. It seems there is quite a heavy spot of water right into Palmer's Corner, as you can see. Many of the drivers having a struggle through turn 3 and 4. Not so much your lead duo though, as Sean Brewer, he was all out of shape coming out in the front straight, but nevertheless they're not the men we're watching. It's these lead duo out of Palmer's going as Clifton holds on over Macaulay.
21.6 the last time round for Ray Clifton. He's 1.5 seconds the good of Sam Macaulay. Kevin Element still in 3rd. The battle is on for 4th place between the 74 of Alan Mortimer and Lee Watt in car number 4 as they run out of Palmer's Corner at the halfway mark in the opener, and our race leader is Ray Clifton. Second place is Sam Macaulay. Kevin Element 3rd, Alan Mortimer under pressure from Lee Watt. The gap back then to Adam Houston in 6th. 7th place is still that of Darren Carroll, and Tyler Fraser rounds them out. Now our race leader has come back to the bunch, or back to Sam Macaulay at least. So there's 4 laps to go and Clifton's lead is down to 3 car lengths, and I don't think he's going to finish.
No, he's all said and done. You just heard it. Limper around the front straight, and he goes quickly to the infield, and rotten luck for the man from Broome of Ray Clifton. The 66 machine all up in smoke. So that hands the lead to Sam Macaulay, the VK Commodore, the Carby car. Now with the stranglehold of this race with 3 to go. Element Watt, who's now got past Alan Mortimer, who's on his travels to the East Coast very shortly. In fact, he leaves next week in car number 74. Houston, Carroll and Tyler Fraser. That's how they run with 2 to go. And you dare it's going to take something drastic for anything to change from here on in.
So Sam Macaulay leads, Kevin Element back in 3rd place, Lee Watt back then to Alan Mortimer. They're pretty well spaced out. There's only 7 of them left. Adam Houston, Darren Carroll and Tyler Fraser. Out of Palmer's Corner we come. The white flag comes out for the first time, and it is all car number 36. Can't even hear it go past us. Sam Macaulay doing a great job out in front from Kevin Element. Lee Watt then back to Alan Mortimer in car number 74. That is the way they're going to finish even this far out. Adam Houston, Darren Carroll, and then at the tail it's Tyler Fraser. But race number 1 of a big program goes the way of Sam Macaulay in car number 36. Second will be Kevin Element in 31. Lee Watt 3rd. Alan Mortimer in 4th place. Back then to Adam Houston in car number 18. Then Darren Carroll in 83. And Tyler Fraser in 15. There were 3 cars that didn't finish. Ray Clifton in 66 didn't see the checkered flag. And neither did Sean Brewer in 71. And Jaden Morn, well, he started hot laps, and that is as far as he got.
And it will be that Magna from Geraldton. He'll start off pole. Dean Davidson with Nino Mendez on his outside. Joining them on row number 2 in this field will be car number 6 from Narrogin of Paul Stevens, Shane Britton. Alan Mortimer in car number 74 will start out of 5 with Sam Macaulay, and Kevin Element rounding out your field, giving you 7 starters in heat race number 2, thanks to Sprice Meat Market. This is round number 2 of the WA Modified Sedan Series, brought to you by RTH Performance. And it's a great start from Mendez as well for Paul Stevens. This one's going to be a long one over the 10 laps. But a good start from Stevens. He goes from third to first. And Mortimer picks up a couple of positions. The Magna getting the old chewed up and spat out effect. He's up into fourth, maybe even fifth, as Brendan, Macaulay and Element are all trying the outside of him. Lap number 1 goes to the Commodore of Paul Stevens. There's another Commodore in chase of Mendez. Great racing so far. The 7 all under a blanket at the moment as Mortimer on the move. The United Fasteners 74 machine to the inside of Nino Mendez, but they're all right behind Paul Stevens, who's had a great set of laps.
Yes, so Stevens leads from Mendez, Mortimer back in fourth place, Shane Britton, Dean Davidson, Sam Macaulay and Kevin Element. Not much separating the 7 as Dean Davidson goes back a couple of spots and goes from 5th to 7th, which allows Sam Macaulay and Kevin Element up to 5th and 6th, and Dean Davidson's up near the wall. We'll just watch his progress. But he's a long last. Meanwhile, Mendez is all over the back end and underneath of Paul Stevens, who leads up into pits bend. Right behind him is Mortimer. Right behind him is Britton. And right behind him is Macaulay. Good race in progress, 4 down.
Yes, it is. The 5, maybe even 6 if you want to put Kevin Element into it. So close. Mendez gets into the quarter panel. I think he's cut a right front. He has. Rotten luck for car number 11, who's just rolling along the back straight. Surely he can pull it left. He can't. I've never been a marathon runner. Used to the sprints, and these ones aren't feeling like it at the moment.
I used to be a champion athlete.
Mathletics doesn't count. Underway. Still got 6 laps to complete in this one. And it is Paul Stevens we're chasing. The option is now, what has Alan Mortimer got in the tank for car number 6? Now the Mendez is out of the way. Mortimer has got free rein to attack. The 6 from Narrogin. Shane Britton's also there as Macaulay's picked up a couple of positions. He's up into the 4th spot. Side by side though for the race lead. Mortimer to the inside of Stevens. He gave the lane. That's all he needed, Alan Mortimer. He's turning back the clock with this one. He hits the race lead.
So Mortimer now leads from Stevens, from Britton, from Macaulay, and then Element. As you can see, there's not much between the first 5. And back then to Dean Davidson. There's a car length between first and second and third. Here comes Macaulay the outside, and Stevens having another look on the inside of Mortimer. Mortimer had a great run here last year in the Modified Sedans, and he's having another one tonight. Stevens holds on to second place as Dean Davidson finally retires. 5 left, and there's 5 car lengths between first and last. Here comes Sam Macaulay again on the outside. Now dives to the inside of Mortimer. You can throw a tea towel over all 5 of them. 2 to run.
Finally a race to talk about. Mortimer has got Macaulay, Britton, and poor old Paul Stevens, who one time led this race. He's back to 4th position, and Kevin Element's also within a throw. Here comes Macaulay, the old tally-ho to the top side. Does he reach it out of Palmer's? They draw level. Mortimer to the inside, still has it at the white flag. Macaulay, one more shot. He's got 4 more corners to try. The outside this time. Advantage to Mortimer. Advantage to Britton. Britton now to 2nd spot. Here comes the 36 yet again. Britton now to the inside. Could he hit the race lead? Contact between the 2. Drag race. Britton has it. Shane Britton has it at the line.
I'd hold all tickets. I'd hold all tickets on that one. Shane Britton has the first car to cross the line, but there was contact. As a replay for those at home.
Wait to see.
No, we didn't actually go on the infield.
Look at the 0.001 of a second.
Yep.
Is what they're calling it. Hold all tickets, as we've said.
Mortimer got slightly sideways. There is definitely contact.
We look at Studio 1.
Decision pending.
We need our board. We need to know. I'm calling no. Mitch Berlina's the closest one to us. What's he say? He smiles. He's just chatting. That's all it was a chat. Shane Britton wins it by .001 of a second. How about that from the Modified Sedans? Fantastic race. More of it to come. Hopefully like that.
All about set to go. Green lights come on. And Stevens and Houston very quickly went around the outside of Darren Carroll. And Houston's gone right on with it and gone around the outside of Stevens as well. Carroll's holding everyone else up at the moment. They're all bottled up behind him. But out in front, it's Adam Houston. Stevens in second. Carroll in third place. Fourth place is car number 4 of Lee Watt. And then back in fifth place, it's Shane Britton. On the outside of him is Dean Davidson in the 24. And then Mendez. Out of Palmer's Corner, though, it's a race in 2. Adam Houston, your leader in car number 18.
Very good so far for the NRG Global car number 18. He's been a stalwart of Modified Sedans, but it's great to have him at the wheel for the first time this season. Oh no, Shane Britton. And we've done it again. He's all out of shape, and I dare say that left front has left the chat as the yellows have come on for Britton. And with the tow truck in use, I dare say.
So we're about to get back underway. We've done 2 laps.
And Houston has just let it all fall away, or has he? He ran very wide. He almost wanted to see his friends at the bar. He was that wide. And allows Paul Stevens to the inside. Stevens trying to slide in front. It won't work. Still gives a row to Houston. Side by side, it's the 18 in front. Lee Watt comes to play as well. Makes it a 3-way party for the race leaders. Carroll, Davidson, and Shane Britton. Oh no! Britton into the wall hard. Lee Watt slows Britton's heavily into the concrete wall. And heat number 3 for Shane Britton has gone from bad to worse.
Well, let's just say, didn't need the tow truck last time.
He's definitely going to need it now.
Does this time.
Just one. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking for 1 lap. Oh no, Paul Stevens is out. Fingers crossed we keep this one going. It's rotten luck that he left at that time. Lights are still green. That's the bonus thing. Adam Houston is going to be the beneficiary. He's got his good mate Darren Carroll right behind him, with Dean Davidson, the little magnet that could front wheel drives represent, halfway home.
4 down and 6 to go, actually. Houston leads
from
Carroll.
Oh no.
Back to Davidson, Brewer, Mendez, and then Tyler Fraser. And the battle is on for 4th. Tyler Fraser has gone the big one on the outside. Concrete wall looming. No, he's rescued it and gone on with it. Good drive right round the outside by Tyler Fraser into 4th place. So Mendez now going to try and do the same thing as they move down the back straight. Our race leader, though, is Adam Houston in car number 18 as we come up with 4 laps to go in the final qualifying heat for the Modified Sedans. He leads from Carroll and Davidson.
Yeah, we've still got 4 to go. Try to call that race early before it should. Is Tyler Fraser going to find himself on the podium before this one's done? He's closed into Dean Davidson. He's got Davidson and Carroll in his sights. We saw what he did with the 2-for-1 special into Palmer's Corner. He's now to the inside of Davidson. He holds on to the 3rd spot with 3 to go. Don't worry about Adam Houston. He's cleared away from Carroll, Davidson and Fraser. This 3-way battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th has the 15th. The man on the moves. He's right behind Davidson, who looks to the outside of Darren Carroll. Carroll could be the one on the outside looking in before this is all said and done. 2 to go.
And here comes Davidson on the outside of Carroll. Davidson goes in hard on the outside and makes it stick as they come out of Cardinals Corner. He goes right up near the wall, though. Carroll comes back on the inside. Davidson to keep on going. They're 3 wide coming out of Palmer's Corner. The white flag is out. It is Houston, your leader. Davidson has gone around the outside of Carroll and into 2nd place. Back to Fraser in 4th. Then in 5th place it's Mendez. And then Brewer rounds out the 6th. Adam Houston is a runaway winner, though. Comes out of Palmer's Corner to complete the 10th lap. And it is Adam Houston who wins. Houston first in 18. Second is going to be Dean Davidson in car number 24. Carroll, then back to Fraser. Then the 11 car is next of Mendez. Sean Brewer in 71. Paul Stevens ran out of noise in 6. Lee Watt ran into the fence, as did Shane Britton, and they did not complete the distance. The win goes to Adam Houston, car number 18. He's first home. Dean Davidson and Darren Currell round out your top 3. And Adam Houston won by 4.2 seconds in the final qualifying heat of the Modified Sedans tonight. Proudly brought to you by Spry's Meat Market. Cape Canaveral's what it was.
I meant to laugh as we run the start of the Modifieds. Round number 2 of the WA Modified Sedan Series. And I thought we were going to lose cars everywhere. There's cars going into each other at the back of the bus. That was 11 of Nino Mendez, the 71 of Sean Brewer, and Tyler Fraser in the 15, who was mildly impressive, to say the least, in that last heat race, running the top side of the racetrack. But there has been a fair bit of water being put on. That allows the VK to run away with it at the present stage. So it's Macaulay from Mortimer and Houston. Houston's run very wide, but I think nothing's going to stick there, and he may lose a position to Kevin Alleman. Alleman now to the inside in car number 31. So how long has it been since we've had an Alleman on a podium? Good to see Kevin running that way as 2 complete.
Macaulay, Mortimer, Alleman, then Houston, Currell, Davidson, Mendez.
Oh no, we got one spun.
And it's the 15 car that's spun. That's Tyler Fraser. And we've gone yellow.
Now we completed 2.
2 down. Still 28 to go according to the timing system. Macaulay, Mortimer, Element, Houston. Mortimer chose the inside, so Element comes up to the front row now as we go green. Element went into the back of Macaulay. Sam Macaulay drives away. Element in 2nd place, Mortimer 3rd, then back to Houston in 4th position. Dean Currell's gone back a couple, and so too Dean Davidson. Macaulay your leader. 2nd place Element. Behind him is Mortimer, and behind him is Houston. Shane Britton in 5th, Davidson back in 6th place. Then Darren Currell, Nino Mendez, Sean Brewer and Tyler Fraser. That's the order of the 10 that presented themselves to the green. We've done 4, and our race leader is Sam Macaulay.
That still means 26 laps left to run. Battles for 2nd place as Kevin Alleman and Alan Mortimer getting very racy for the position. Mortimer to the inside of Alleman. The Ford Falcon on the inside of the Holden Commodore, while Alan Mortimer has to relinquish that 2nd spot attempt this time around. He now has Houston and Shane Britton on the back bumper. So 5 laps completed this 30-lap extravaganza for Modified Sedans, and Darren Currell's the man on the move to the inside of him, of Dean Davidson. So the 83 up against the 24 and give it to the man on the inside of Darren Currell from Boynup. But Macaulay, who's been convincingly the man to catch in this one, continues to extend his lead.
You can't even hear Macaulay's car. It's so quiet. Just goes about his business, and it's flying out in front. Element 2nd, Mortimer 3rd. He's under pressure from Adam Houston and Shane Britton. Smoke starting to come out of the 31 car, and with still 23 to go, maybe that might expire before the end of 30 circulations as it's coming out the back end. Our race leader is well clear, Sam Macaulay. Kevin Element 2nd, 3rd place is that of Mortimer. Houston under pressure from Shane Britton, and back down to Darren Currell as we complete lap number 8.
Leaves us with the 22 still to run. Battle so far between Houston and Shane Britton. For 4th spot at the moment, it is Adam Houston, another driver who calls Boynup home, holding on to Shane Britton, who's done plenty of kilometres in the last couple of years in Modified Sedans. The current president as well of WAMDA, as Nino Mendez has had a weekend from hell in the Modified Sedans. He's only just been able to get by Dean Davidson for 7th position. This is all minor placings when it comes to the grand scheme of things, as that gap continues to widen every lap for Sam Macaulay.
So Macaulay leads by nearly 4 seconds now. Element still 2nd, Mortimer still 3rd. They've got away slightly from Houston and Britton. Not far behind them is Darren Currell. Mendez in 7th. But there goes our leader, just cruises on by. Macaulay, then Element, Mortimer, Houston, Britton and Carroll. The length of the straight back then to Mendez, then Davidson, Fraser, and at the tail is Sean Brewer. So lap 12 complete, 18 to go, and our leader just gets further and further in front.
And it's the age I was saying, well, it's not really that much.
He's got a flat tyre, second's got a flat. Look out, trouble!
Oh!
He got a flat tyre right here in front of us, lost control, and we have a calamity. It's Macaulay and Mortimer on the front row. Houston and Mendez, row number 2. And Mendez...
He's into third.
Yeah, he's into third because of this choose cone that all of a sudden has become popular. And he was nowhere to be seen. Mendez was to start out as 7, finds himself in third place. As we come into the main straight, Macaulay from Houston. Sorry, Houston third. Mendez is in trouble. So he's gone. Another one bites the dust as they room down the back straight. We're not even halfway home yet. We've only got 7 cars left. Macaulay, Mortimer, and then back in third place, it's Adam Houston.
Yeah, 16 laps still to run in your Modified Sedan main event. Adam Houston now third from Darren Carroll. So cool to have 2 good friends race for a podium spot as Dean Davidson's getting racy with Tyler Fraser for 5th and 6th, while Sean Brewer just trying to get those laps. So we've lost throughout this feature race Nino Mendez, Kevin Element and Shane Britton, while Lee White, Paul Stevens, Ray Clifton and Jalen Morn didn't make the start. Hopefully the calmness is hit in for this one as we've hit the halfway mark and we get these 7 cars to the end. That's what we're hoping for in the whole scheme of things. Is that's saying we have 10 laps left to go. Well, we're going to have to give a refresh. That's interesting. Have we gone to 25?
Well, my timing still says 30.
Yes. Well, let's go next door.
The timing next door says 9 to go. As we move down the main straight, Macaulay leads with 8 laps remaining. Back in second place, it is Mortimer. And in third place, it is Houston from Carroll. And then Tyler Fraser in the top 5. So we run up into Palmer's Corner. And according to our monitor now, there are 7 laps remaining.
Sometimes we get our prayers answered, and we had one just there as it goes to the 25-lap journey for Modified Sedans. It stayed line astern for the last 5 or 6 laps since we've gone to the restart. The only big situation out of everything has been the flat tyre for Nino Mendez. Can't say the same for Sam Macaulay, who's just had Alan Mortimer in tow throughout the entirety of this one. But no harm, no fouls. The 74 beat on the 36. We'll have 5 laps remaining of round number 2, your WA Modified Sedan Series. And we're aligned astern from 1st through to 5th.
Mortimer has narrowed the gap to 0.9 of a second. Houston still 3rd. Carroll, Fraser, the gap to Davidson and Brewer. 4 to go this time around. Sam Macaulay has been nearly perfect tonight. But he seems to be slowing down. The margin now is still 0.9 of a second.
I thought it was closed in by that time around the way it went down, because Macaulay had a mistake exiting turn number 4 and Mortimer was definitely quicker on exit. But the times are saying that's not correct whatsoever. It's still 0.9 from lap number 20. And it's down a 10th, so it's 0.8 of a second. Nothing really drastic, and really sand's falling out of the hourglass at the perfect rate of knots for the 36 machine, who will have 2 more laps left to run. 24 and 25 to come for Sam Macaulay.
But it has closed now. It's down to 0.4. White flag to come out next time around. Macaulay and Mortimer are going to fight this one to the death. Third place is Houston, Carroll, and then Fraser. White flag comes out, 1 lap to go. Macaulay and Mortimer down into Cardinals for the final time. Houston 3rd, Carroll, and then back to Fraser. Sixth place is Dean Davidson, and Sean Brewer is seventh. Oh, Davidson's expired a lap from the finish. Checkered flag comes out. There's going to be a car length in it at the end. Macaulay takes the win. Mortimer second. Third across the line will be Houston. Then back to Carroll in fourth. Fifth place is Tyler Fraser. And the last car to complete the distance will be Sean Brewer. Just six got to the end. Sam Macaulay wins the modified sedan main event here tonight for the Surprise Meat Market. So Macaulay first.
While he rolls out the car, how about a round of applause for your modified sedan winner, Sam Macaulay. Carby Cars reign supreme in the modifieds. And now he joins Jaden Morn as winners on the series aspect for modifieds. Their next event will be the Modified Magic at Geraldton. More information, visit WA Modified Sedans. And hey, if you're still hearing on Facebook, why not give Collie Speedway a big old like?